If you've clicked on this article, chances are you've heard of all the big coding languages. HTML, C++, and Python are some of the most common frameworks used today. JavaScript is equally powerful, and it's a language you'll have to learn in order to pursue a career in programming. If you're interested in becoming a web developer, then learning JavaScript could take your career to the next level. So let's lay the foundation. Read on for an introduction to JavaScript, and our take on how hard it is to learn this valuable language. Attend a free webinar. Our workshops help you start your journey to a new career, create opportunities to collaborate with like-minded experts and students, or teach you a new skill. The degree of difficulty in learning JavaScript largely depends on your understanding of other coding languages. The first step towards learning JavaScript is to first understand HTML. Why? Because the most common way to run JavaScript is as part of a web page, and that can only be learned with the help of HTML. Getting familiar with CSS, or cascading style sheets, is also important since CSS provides the formatting engine behind the HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It is a markup language that is human-readable and annotates text for a specific purpose. HTML is fairly straightforward and easy to learn. In HTML, every type of content is wrapped in tags to identify what the content is. Generally, HTML tags are used to wrap content like paragraphs, headings, lists, and graphics. An HTML tag comprises content enclosed within angle brackets. The tag name appears first, which is followed by a series of attributes. Also, the closing tag is matched with an opening tag by placing a slash in front of the tag name. On the other hand, unlike HTML, JavaScript is a programming language, making it more difficult to learn than HTML. This is because a markup language merely describes what an action signifies, while a programming language defines a series of those actions to be performed. All commands written in JavaScript define an individual action. This action can range from copying a value from one place to another, to performing calculations, or even testing a condition. And since there is a plethora of actions that can be performed, coupled with an array of combinations in which they can be done, learning any programming language will be more difficult than a markup language. There is a catch, however. While it's true that JavaScript is more complex than HTML, the upside is that you can start writing code in JavaScript much quicker than learning to mark up web pages in HTML correctly. Nevertheless, it will take you much longer to master JavaScript, as compared to HTML. But if you are already familiar with another programming language, then learning JavaScript will be a much simpler task than learning your first programming language. When you learn a second or subsequent programming language, it's always easier. This is because you are already well versed with the programming style, and only have to understand the specific command syntax of the new language. Learning a new programming language is always going to be a challenge, but there are ways you can speed up the process, and even make it more enjoyable. Here are some of our pro tips for learning JavaScript fast. Start your career in programming. Different programming languages require different syntax and approaches to coding. If you know a language with a similar paradigm to JavaScript, then learning it will be rather easy. Arguably, JavaScript is one of the easiest programming languages to learn, so it serves as a great first language for anyone brand new to coding. Even the most complex lines of JavaScript code can be written one by one, in fragments. It can also be tested in the web browser at the same time. And if you put in the time to learn this language, your dedication will pay off. Even small pieces of JavaScript code can improve the productivity of your web page almost immediately. If you're looking for more guidance and a way to kickstart your programming career, then Thinkful's in-depth course in software development is a great place to start. Learn to code with Thinkful. Take the proven path to a high-income career with professional mentorship and support, flexible ways to pay, and real-world, project-based learning. Highlights: topics, keywords.